Hello, it's Nikki. I'm answering my 4-year-old's question today, even though he's not on Instagram or he's never going to see this. But it made me think, and that is, Mummy, why do you like running in the rain? And because I happened to say it the other day. And this is my answer, Oscar, if you're listening. Why do I like running in the rain? Do you know what it is? When I run in the rain, I bet on myself, because for many years I was looking for the perfect conditions to get started. Now, I would say that there is a better time sometimes. So this thing of like the perfect time, I don't necessarily believe that it exists, but sometimes I do think there's a better time. So when I get those coaching inquiries of like, hi Nikki, I see you have 2 children. I am 38 and a half weeks pregnant and I'm looking to start my business. Do you have any availability next week to help me build this? And my response, from a place of integrity and a place of having 2 children myself, is always, please go and have your baby and then come back to me. Because when people work with me, like, I want them to be in the room and not, I was going to say I'm medically trained. I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I've had babies, but I don't know how to deliver them. So from that place, like, in that scenario, there would be a better time. There would be maybe like once that baby is out in the world and safe and well, and sometimes people have brought their babies to sessions, brilliant. But knowing what that next chapter is going to look like a little bit more is a better place to be. However, so there is that better time, but also, how many times have you convinced yourself that today is not the day because of different conditions? So for me, running, oh, it's raining outside, or I'm a bit tired, or I'll go on Thursday because Thursday's an abstract day that I'm just going to pin all my hopes on, like this has been the perfect time. And I did that for many years. I shared this on Instagram stories. So I might say, right, I'm going to do my run this week on Thursday. But even on Monday, so the Monday before, I'd already be faffing and like looking at weather reports, spending my time going, well, I probably won't end up going Thursday because I think it's going to rain. I think it's going to do this. And then I would notice these patterns of self-sabotage because I don't know what it was. I don't know what was going on. And then bizarrely, I'd like have a couple of glasses of wine on the Wednesday. So by the time Thursday came around, I was like, well, I'm a bit hungover and I'll probably do it. And it just went on and on and on with so many things in my life, because I've just made them that I could just negotiate on them and I could just talk about them and I could just yearn after these perfect scenarios. But no more, my friends, no more. Because I know that doesn't get you results. I know that when I get results, it's because I do the things when I don't feel like them. So I'm not saying, like, it's not like the thing of if you've been taking lots of drowsy medication that you should ride machinery. Like, this is not what we're saying. We're doing it from a safety point of view, absolutely. But sometimes your head will just get in the way, like, oh no, not today, it won't be that thing. I see it with clients, like, I'll start going live next week, or when I've like lost half a stone, or after, when my baby goes to school, or all of these things, waiting for the perfect time. And there really isn't. And if you can just recognize every step of the way and question, is that true or is that false? Is that true or is just that an excuse? Do it, because very quickly you'll start to recognize those patterns of behavior. You'll start to recognize, oh, I always do that. I always do that. And I had it, interestingly, when I was pregnant with Luna, I had a discovery call with a client And she said that it was really annoying that I was having a baby, which is an interesting way of looking at things. But I sort of got what she meant. So I was about 5.5 months pregnant when we had this chat. And I knew that I was going to stop working when I was kind of 8.5 months pregnant, just to have a bit of time. And this woman was very set on having a 6-month program. And I said, look, I can do loads with you in a month or 3 months. Like, we can get this done. I know I can help you with this. This is exciting. And she was looking for the perfect conditions. She was like, I had it in my head. I needed 6 months to do this. And I heard her, like, I knew what she was saying, because sometimes I've had that. Like, there's been times when I've literally handed over my card and I've paid for yoga 6 months in advance because I know when I do that, I will go. But equally, sometimes I've made a decision and I've gone for it within a month or a week or sometimes a day. That feeling of I'm all in, let's go. And I can do all of the things that I need to do. And I get amazing results. Much more, actually, than I would have done if I'd faffed around for 2 years doing something. It's kind of like the moment of, oh, I'll do the essay. You know, when you're at school, I'll do the essay. And then leaving it to the last minute. Sometimes you're like, well, I've got 4 hours. I need to do it. And then you end up writing it. And you're like, this is great. I should have written this earlier. I really enjoyed that, actually. So as I'm not shaming that person for saying, right, I just need 6 months. But my question underlying it was, why do you think it's going to take you 6 months? Why are you not open to the fact that you could do loads of stuff right now in 1 month or 3 months? Like, you could really crack on and make some progress. Why are you not open to that? And yeah. Sometimes our ideal of how something should pan out gets in the way of, we like the idea of it basically, don't we? We like the idea of, oh, I'm going to have this 6 months to myself, and we really paint the picture of it. But actually the ugliness of it and the results come from cracking on and doing it. That's why loads of people talk about, yeah, I'd love to open a cafe, or I'd love to write a book one day, but they never get any closer. Because actually saying, I'm writing a book, it's a big declaration. Suddenly you're out of your comfort zone. Suddenly you have to sit at your desk and go, so this book, I'm going to have to write it now. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, what would I even write about? Am I a good writer? So those are my thoughts for today. Call it out. Listen to what your head is trying to tell you and just have a word with it. Check in with it. Find out whether it's really speaking the truth to you or not. Or maybe it's tricking you, like mine used to do with running. Now, when I hear that, like, oh, not today, maybe not, that is a signal to me. Get your trainers on, Raby. Get moving. Put your tunes on. Get going. And also it makes me feel like when I come back, that I've been in some kind of 80s music video. Because, you know, my hair is all, yeah. Actually, it's not all. It's all like, that's all I have to share today. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, and I'll catch you again very soon. Bye.